Spider-Man Miles Morales spoiler-free review. This is a great start to the PS5 generation, so props to Insomniac. The gameplay in the background is on a PS5 performance mode, not the graphics mode. Also, the graphics mode is 4K 30 FPS with ray tracing, and performance mode is 4K 60 FPS but no ray tracing. This is my first review on my channel, so give me any feedback if it's good or not. Also, sorry that the footage in the background is 360p because it got screwed up when I uploaded it. But the next review on Assassin's Creed will be completely fine. Now let's begin with gameplay. Overall, the gameplay is smooth and fantastic throughout the entire game. The pacing of which you earn suits and abilities is literally perfect. You unlock suits and abilities and skills, whatnot, every level, which is relatively frequent. The best thing about the gameplay is swinging. The swinging is fantastically satisfying. It's just as good as the first Spider-Man game, and when you swing with the triggers and the haptics, it makes it even more immersive. Also, the gameplay is overall the same, but instead of suit powers, you have venom powers, aka bioelectric powers. All you do through the game is swing, run some bad guys, do some light puzzles, and that's about it. The objectives do get a little repetitive, but the combat is so smooth, and the abilities are so fun, and the feedback in the controller is so satisfying. It's not gonna get stale till way after the story, but the haptics might be too much for some people, and the combat does get stale by the time you're done with the story and stuff. But that's about it. One minor flaw, but maybe a major flaw to some people, is that the camera can be a pain, and you're probably gonna die from it. Like, for example, in tight corners, it can get stuck in walls or trees, and you'll basically die. Besides the story, all you do is collect all the suits and collectibles and do some side missions, which most of them unlock at the end of the game, which kind of sucks, but yeah. And there's also side crimes that are a thing. They randomly happen, and yeah, basically at the first game, but now they're actually organized in a app in the game. And yeah, most of the side content is uninspiring and dull, which kind of sucks, but they might fix that for the true full-length sequel. Now let's talk about the narrative side of things. This game is a strictly single-player game, and the story is overall great. So without spoiling anything major with this game, the story is about Miles Morales taking over as the Spider-Man, basically, when Peter Parker is on vacation. So he has to keep New York safe, because that's where, and also most of the action is in Harlem, so that's where the main game is taking place. I think the story quality is great. There's twists and turns, like for characters and good motives, but the game is way too freaking short for what you're paying. The game is about a little over 6 hours, just a little, just the main story, and I was on the second hardest difficulty, besides the one on New Game Plus, and this is $50, $10 less than the original Spider-Man game, which would double the campaign length, double the side content, double just everything. But besides that, there is a massive flaw that it is the pacing is so fast, especially by the end of the game, where you do 3 bosses in the last 2 hours. Besides the fast pacing, the story is great overall. Now let's talk about the graphics, and the graphics are really good on performance mode, but even better on graphics mode, obviously. But remember, this game is on PS4, so the graphics aren't mind-blowing like Demon Souls. Also, a big plus is that the audio and performance work in terms of acting, and also in a technical way in terms of FPS drop and stuff like that. It works just fine. And also, I only crashed one time, but it was when I was recording, so it should be fine for most people. A couple more things. The soundtrack is fire. It matches his character so well, and also the soundtrack for everything just works completely fine. Works really good. My final verdict is that the game delivers story and gameplay, but fails to fix some of the main issues of the original Spider-Man game, like bad camera angles. Also, the game is a bit pricey, and the pacing is very speedy. So I would give this game a solid 7.7 out of 10. If this game was $40, it would be a steal, honestly. I'll just buy it I could recommend it for everyone. I think it's a buy if you're like really desperate, because it's probably not gonna go on sale for a while. But yeah, because it's an exclusive. And that's a wrap for the video. If you liked it, like the video. If you didn't like it, just dislike it. And give me your opinion in the comments below, and no spoilers. And also enjoy the last bit of gameplay.
Spiderman, help! Careful! They called backup! We're clear. You can unlock the door.
Some disturbing news has just crossed my desk. Spiderman was recently involved in a nauseating act of depravity, stealing toys from children. Is there anything lower than that? Why, yes.
So, levitating fountain tree. Wow, Finn loved these scratches.
Watch it! Gotta break it nearby. Maybe a job for that Spider-Man fella.
The underground took over a billboard. Sounds like I need to take it back.
A billboard's been taken over by the underground. Bet there's more to it.
The underground must be nearby if they're hijacking that billboard. Finding the signal. Got the signal. Time to move. Those billboards could definitely be switched up more often. Just not with the underground's logo. The underground, as advertised. So, how big is the underground